Hey there guys, Robert here, and welcome to episode 164 of Logo History 2. Before we get started, here are the Logo History 2 rules. For this episode, we're going to have a look at General Mills, Cedarmont Kids, the Raccoons, BBC 2, and BBC 3. General Mills, Cedarmont Kids, and the Raccoons were requested by Mason Wrigley, and BBC 2 and BBC 3 were requested by the Wavy Lenny. You can go check out their channels by clicking on the info card on the top right corner of your screen. It is an American multinational manufacturer and marketer of branded consumer foods that was founded on June 20th, 1856 in Minneapolis, Minnesota by Cadwallader C. Washburn, John Crosby, and James Ford Bell. Their headquarters are in Golden Valley, Minnesota. Its key person is Jeffrey Harmening, chairman and CEO. And as of May 2017, there are about 38,000 employees. Their website is www.generalmills.com. Helping those in need, $5 million donation, supporting food security. I would definitely eat those Cheerios because it's like a Cheerio box, but for the purposes of food security, I ain't gonna eat that. Serving schools, nourishing kids, sticking outside the cafeteria. Providing food as fast as we can. CEO Jeff Harmening. An interview with CNBC. Importance of the supply chain. Again, I would eat the Cheerios, but again, for the purposes of, food security, again, I ain't gonna eat it. A quick overview of General Mills, serving the world by making food people love. Wow, so this is interesting. I would definitely watch those YouTube videos, but I really don't want to get a copyright claim. Because, of the YouTube byline. Alright, let's go back to this episode, shall we? And now, without further ado, let's get started. 1928 to 1949, we have a wooden circle. In the middle of it, there is a blue circle with the letters G and M in white text and combined with each other. There is also a blue circle with the words General Mills Inc. on the top and some weed on the bottom. 1949 to 1956, we just had the words General Mills in white text inside a blue box. 1956 to 1959, we have the words General Mills in white text, with the dot on the letter I and the word Mills being a yellow circle. Both of these words are inside a blue rounded rectangle with yellow outline. 1959 to the present, this is their symbol, which is just the blue signature G. Now, we will move on to Seadermount Kids. However, since there is no short bio for it, we will just get straight into the history of it. 1993 to 2004, we have the word Seadermont in black text and the word Kids in red, yellow, blue, and green text. Both of these words are inside this white box with black outline. 2004 to the present, we have the word Seadermont in white text with black outline. Below that word, we have the word Kids in red, yellow, blue, and green 3D text. The word Kids is also inside this white shape with black outline. It was a Canadian animated series that aired from July 4th, 1985 to August 28th, 1992. It was created by Kevin Gillis. It was directed by Kevin Gillis, Paul Shibley, and Sebastian Gunstra. It was voiced by Len Carlson, Michael Maggie, Linda Fage, Bob Dermer, Marvin Goldhar, Sharon Lewis, Keith Hampshire, Lisa Lougheed, Stuart Stone, Noam Zilberman, Nick Nichols, and Susan Roman. It was narrated by Jeffrey Winter. The ending theme is Run With Us, performed by Steve Lunt and Lisa Lougheed, and composed by Kevin Gillis and John Stroll, with the former performer being for Season 1, and the latter performer being for Seasons 2, 3, 4, and 5. Throughout its 7 years of airing, they have aired 5 seasons and 60 episodes, plus 4 specials. And now, without further ado, let's get started. 1985 to 1992, we have the words The Raccoons in red, orange, and yellow text, and it's inside this constellation background. It is a British television channel that was launched on April 21st, 1964. It is owned by BBC. Their headquarters are in Broadcasting House, London. Its sister channels are BBC One, BBC Four, BBC News, BBC Parliament, CBBC, and CBeebies. Their website is www.bbc.co.uk/BBC2. Race across the world.
Hey guys, it's Robert again, and I'll be off to race across the world. Gotta go fast!
Series 2, Episode 4. And then we got some other series like Devs, I'll Get This, Race Across the World, Dolly Parton 50 Years at the Opry, and many others actually. It's also the channel that kinda, is the second channel after BBC One. Maybe. And they have some documentaries like The Real Michael Jackson. Alright, now let's go back to this episode, shall we? And now, without further ado, let's get started. 1964 to 1967, we have the number 2 in white, and it's inside this black square. Below that, we have the BBC logo inside this gray square. 1967 to 1974, we have the number 2 in cyan text with a gray dot on it. Below the number 2, we have the word color in black text. 1972 to 1974, this is the same as the previous logo. However, both the number 2 and the dot are now the same color, which is light blue. In addition, the word color became italic. 1974 to 1979, we just have a light gray number 2 with light blue stripes on it. 1979 to 1986, we have a white number 2 with black outline. 1986 to 1991, we just have the word 2 in red, green, blue, and gray text. 1991 to 1997, we have a teal number 2. Below that, we have the BBC logo in teal. 1997 to 2001, we just have the BBC logo next to the word 2 in black text. 2001 to 2007, we have the BBC logo in white. Below that, we have the word 2 in white text. Both the logo and the word are inside this purple box. 2007 to the present, the box changed from purple to teal, the word 2 became bolder, and the BBC logo remained unchanged. 2012 to the present, this is just a boxless version of the previous logo. It is a British television channel that was launched on February 9th, 2003 as a channel after it replaced BBC Choice. It closed down on February 16th, 2016 because of their transition from a channel to an online service. It eventually came back on television on March 4th, 2019 as a 1-hour block on BBC One. It is owned by BBC. Its sister channels are BBC One, BBC Two, BBC Four, BBC News, BBC Parliament, CBBC, and CBeebies. Their website is www.bbc.co.uk/BBC3. Okay guys, so BBC 3. I'm pretty sure a lot of you knew what happened to BBC 3 in 2016, like they transitioned from being a channel to being just an online website. What I didn't know is that in March 2019, they actually returned to television, but they weren't a channel anymore. So they only returned to TV to become a 1-hour block for BBC One. So yeah, let's talk about the shows. We got The Vivienne Takes on Hollywood. And then we got School of Hard Tricks and Street to Catwalk. Well, Model Street to Catwalk, it says. In My Skin, the Vivienne drag queens went... Wait. Nudes for... Oh, nah, I'm not talking about that, no. Yeah, so they got interesting. Oh, no, not nudes, no. Alright, let's go back to this episode, shall we? But don't watch And now, without further ado, let's get started. 2003 to 2008, we have the BBC logo in white. Below that, we have the word 3 in white text. Both the logo and the word are inside this light blue box. 2008 to 2016, we have the BBC logo in black. Below that, we have the word 3 in hot pink text. 2016 to the present, we have the BBC logo in white. Below that, we have the Roman numeral 3 in white text, even though it is sometimes mistakenly pronounced BBC 2 because of the exclamation point. Both the logo and the Roman numeral are inside this hot pink square. Alright, that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Logo History 2, and don't forget to request a logo for the next episode, guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss a single video from me, as we're on the road to 3,000 subs. Bye for now!